Welcome to another Mind, Body, Spirit panel. Incredible experts the world over with amazing insights, super incredible vibes and skills, and they love helping others, generally speaking. Today, that's exactly the case. We've got three very special women. They're all healers, spiritual teachers. Karen Noe in New Jersey. We've got Natalie Namaste in Central America, and we've got Solara Rose. Now, she goes between Hawaii and mainland USA. So we'll see where she is maybe in a little bit. But I want to welcome all three of you. It's so fantastic to see you again. I'm a really big fan of each and every one of you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. And again, three people whose vibes are just tremendous. So I hope people really appreciate this Mind, Body, Spirit panel. Let's start off with something easy, but not so easy. It's a $1 trillion question. What is going on with mankind? Is there a frequency that's rising up on Earth? Are we really in some sort of a transition? Is compassion here for all? And what does it mean? Who wants to go first with this? Show me a hand or start speaking.
I'll
Okay,
go.
Natalie, let's get it started with you. What does this all mean for mankind? What's our opportunity for growth?
This is huge. So, what I'm seeing now is that consciousness is expanding at such a fast rate that as it expands, it's pushing against the old identities, the old patterns, what we used to think we were. And we used to be contracted. We used to think, well, I'm a limited human. I've got this mind and I'm just functioning at this level. And because so many people are awakening and remembering that we are this infinite light that can do anything and everything, it's created a huge, massive expansion of consciousness. I've got tingles and goosebumps as I say this. And what I'm sensing is that all our galactic families, starseed beings out there are starting to focus their energy and light more on what's happening on Earth because we're going in this rapid ascension. Like we're going through ascension bursts, meaning we can carry more light in our body, we can remember more of our power, and we can then work in new expanded ways, and birthing the new earth through the heart is happening right here. I'm feeling so many of us are we're just not living in those old patterns of the mind. They just don't exist in our reality anymore. And as that's happening, we're trusting more in the soul that's leading from the heart. And the new earth, the golden light. I mean, I was taken on a remote viewing experience by my guides where they showed me what the earth looks like now with this beautiful blue and green light, where the earth is using the green to harmonize and counterbalance all the time, and the blue for self-expression. But in the future, I got shown the earth as this golden light that as we expand, we're able to hold this incredible light in our body, be embodied, and remember the expanded infinite light that we are, and create from that space, which is a very high frequency. So we're in a massive unfolding, shedding of the layers and opening to that which we are, and it's happening super fast.
Karen Solara. Who's next?
I'll go.
Karen.
Absolutely. I agree with what Natalie was saying with one little addition to that. Yes, we're awakening on a huge level and so forth, but also there's a lot of this, especially in the United States, because it's this person against this person, different sides and so forth. So when you realize we are all one, and whatever we do to ourselves or another, it affects everyone. So we have to remember that, to remember who we really are. God is within each one of us, not just some people, not just the people, and not the animals as well, and nature and so forth. And yes, those from other dimensions are coming here. They're here already, and they've been here for many years. I call them extra celestials, and they're going to be making themselves known very soon. And I can't wait, because I felt them all along, and now more people will be feeling them as well.
And Solara, we saved some of the most amazing enthusiasm and high vibe to round this out. Okay, what's your take on this?
I love everything that has been shared perfectly, exquisitely precise as to what's happening. We're really simply releasing all that is the not self and opening into the light of all that is, the light of all that we are. So profound self-recognition. And in that, there can be for holy humans this resistance to some of the narratives and stories that they've carried around identities and personality constructs and all of this. But it is all dissolving and being relinquished at a super accelerated pace, which means we are almost in the space of dancing together in sacred union and enjoying this marvelous playground of paradise on earth as we all wish to be doing with one another. And it's the simplest, simply releasing all that is not true within us into the light of love, into the light of oneness, wholeness, being the infinite source of all that is, and letting ourselves bloom and blossom and flower from that space. So it's already been articulated so brilliantly.
Uh, Archangel Uriel said maybe 10 or 12 years ago, if more people would listen, less conflict would result in any given situation. And I know
Yeah.
angels said that listening is opening the line of communication available to each and every one of us. Karen, can you just take that a bit further? So someone stumbling into this mind, body, spirit panel is like, wait, what's he saying? Can you explain it in more basic terms for us?
Can you say that one more time? Because I
Sure.
was just fascinated. Okay, I'm so
Archangel
sorry.
Uriel said, listening is opening the line of, said, if more people would listen, less
Yeah,
conflict would result in any given situation. And then
absolutely.
angels as a collective said, listening is opening the line of communication to each and every one of us. And I think there's a bit more, but I can't remember that much. So if somebody
Okay.
stumbled into this, why is listening, or maybe it's awareness or
Oh,
growing our awareness? Why is this the key to everything?
it's so important for people who want to use the word God, others like Savior or Creator or the divine, whatever. Praying is talking to Source, whereas meditating is listening. And in any relationship, we need to listen as well as to speak, correct? So we need to listen. The angels are speaking to us all the time. And we have to be more on par with the energy of the angels to understand and to hear what they're saying. So the angels are pure love and peace and all of that. So we have to become more loving, more peaceful, and all of that. And then we'll be able to hear them. They're talking to us. It's almost like listening to channel 1300 on the radio, but you want 3200 FM. You won't be able to hear them. So become more on par with the energy of the angels, which is pure love. And wait till you see what happens on this
Oh,
planet.
I
And
love
in
it.
the
Thank you, Karen. Natalie.
Conscious listening is where you're not just listening through your ears, but you're listening through your heart. And it's so everything is here in the present moment already. And so a way to connect with all that is by bringing awareness back into the body, back into the heart. You see, the heart is beating by itself with the great intelligence of consciousness beating the heart. And so it's such a powerful portal to truly being present and receiving all the gifts that are in this moment. And part of this listening through the heart means that instead of feeling separate and you like hear someone say something, well, when are they going to come to the end of what they're saying, or you're saying, well, I don't quite get them, or they've got that opinion, it makes me feel uncomfortable. Instead, you just hold space through the heart, and you create spaciousness because there's so much spaciousness in the present moment, and then you're able to realize, oh, they have a completely different experience. Their perception's different to mine, and that's fine because God, oneness, consciousness is here experiencing itself in trillions of different unique ways. And consciousness doesn't want to have the same experience twice. So they don't need to have the same opinion as us. And we can just listen and realize, oh, wow, right over there is consciousness having a completely different experience from me. It feels like a whole different timeline, a whole different reality. That's interesting. And just be curious and be like, okay, that's happening over there, and that can be there, and this can be here. And as we continue to listen and understand others and just let them be as they are, instead of trying to control or change, which isn't really listening, because that just feeds into the conflict energy. When we truly listen with love, we there's an allowing energy. Allowing energy is love energy, and that dissolves the separateness and it brings us back into unity consciousness. And there only exists all these other separation and experiences out there because we still have them inside of ourselves. So instead of feeding it, we bring ourselves back to ourselves and say, well, if it's out there in the world, what's inside of me that I can still work on dissolving? And that's what I'm doing right now with myself. I'm just really consciously dissolving anything that's conflicting or like a lower frequency in myself. And my outer world is really changing. And I know it takes a little bit longer for the collective because we still have war and we still have all this like opposition. But I'm just keep on every day, light a candle in the night for peace to be remembered in all hearts. And I feel like that really is helping as well.
Hmm.
Beautiful. Solara, and I'll add an extra for you. Um, Again, I think it was three Native American chiefs said, grow your awareness, not your thinking. So, can we tie in awareness versus thinking in the whole unconscious flow, conscious flow?
Yes. Oh, this is gorgeous. Okay, so first let's tune into listening. So first, we as sacred vessels of the divine have to cultivate a capacity to really distill the signal, the voice, the sound signature, the heart tones of our divine nature, of pure source, of God, of love. And we all know what that symphony and that melody sounds like. It's exquisite, benevolent, caring, kind, prosperous, all pervasive. It's the sound of creation itself and of intelligence. So, establishing that capacity to hear purely within ourselves, first and foremost, to hear truly. And then when we're in communion with other beings, we can begin listening for the voice of source. And we can also then discern where things are out of attunement or out of resonance with that sound signature of pure love. And those are the spaces and places where that being requires the most love. So we can then introduce more love into our communion with them by having that recognition. And it's really quite simple. It's so clear, it's so pristine. It is archangelic presence. It is Yeshua, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene. It's all these benevolent, beautiful beings, the celestials, galactics, all of that. It's our own I am presence. And that sound of love is so distinct and refined and distilled. So we recognize it. Awareness and thought. So thinking is a beta state of mind. So we're operating in a beta, a very mind generated. So these are all the identifications, the personality constructs, they all come from a mind generated space. When we're in pure awareness, we're in these expansionary theta, gamma, epsilon states of consciousness. So it's a more broad intelligence. So in flow, in neuroscience, we've discovered that flow actually transcends neural firing in the human brain. So thought is very focalized. It is very separate. It is focalization. I call it self-absorption versus source absorption. And so we're focused on the small separate self, and we're very narrow in our perception. Awareness is when the human circuitry has connected into the circuitry of the field of divine mind, of the geometric pattern and design of intelligence itself. And so now we're coming from a more boundless space of self-recognition, recognition that I am the one, I am all that is. And we're seeing, perceiving, and experiencing ourselves clearly from a much more vast vantage point. And so it's broader, it's wider, it's not localized to the human mind. It includes the brain, but it is an inclusive, expansionary intelligence.
Awesome. Karen, can you add something to what you've heard?
That was beautiful. I agree with everything you're saying. I'll add my mediumship abilities here too. After we leave the physical body, we go through a life review where we're able to see and feel how we've affected each person that we encounter throughout our lives and so forth, and animals and nature. We become aware of who we really are. We become aware of our oneness with everyone and everything. And the reason why we are able to feel how we've affected other people when we're in that state of consciousness, that awareness, we realize that we're one with them. So we realize, oh, I did this to that person. Ooh, I did it to myself as well. We are all one. So why can't we take that awareness right here in the physical body while we're here on planet Earth in this physical body and see how we're affecting people, right? Am I telling them how much I love them right now? Am I forgiving the person who hurt me? Am I asking for forgiveness for somebody that I hurt as well? Am I treating myself with the respect that I deserve? Am I treating the animals with the respect that they deserve and nature? That's becoming more aware of who we really are. And we're divine beings of love and light. And we are one with everyone and everything. So let's feel that right here and now before we leave the physical body.
I'm going to give each of you a chance. It's a little bit like a game show, a chance to ask a question of one or two of the other panelists. So, Natalie, we'll start with you. Who do you want to pose a question to? And you don't have to use the same question for the other panelist. Who do you want to start with? What question do you want to ask Natalie?
Oh, I love this. I'm feeling okay, Karen, I'd love to ask you a question. I'm just gonna feel into the question. It's feeling like because you're a medium, um, connecting into the energy before we're born. So, um, before we condense our energy into physical form, what type of experiences are we having as a soul, like pre-birth and like are we planning things with our teams for the life we're about to live? Like, through your experience, is there anything you'd like to share about that? I
That's a
love this
beautiful
conversation.
question. That's a beautiful question. Yes. We come here before we're born, we choose our parents, we choose the family that where we're living and so forth. We have the intention of what we wish to accomplish. Some people on trying to change the world, those the ones in leadership roles and so forth. Other people just have to learn forgiveness or something like that. We all have this passion why we came here. So you come into the physical body and you ask your guides are with you from lifetime to lifetime. And I'm not talking about deceased loved ones, that's different. I'm talking about angelic beings, extra celestials, and so forth, and archangels and regular angels and so forth. And they come here and they help guide us to achieve these goals. And again, if whether we're listening or not, we could be listening and then we're achieving our purpose and we feel it. We know it. This is what I'm here to do. And if we don't, we're like, something's off. I'm not quite sure what it is, but that's what's happening. We're not listening. That was a great question. Thank you.
Thank
Natalie,
you.
what do you have for Solara?
Oh, I love that I'm getting to ask both of you a question. So Laura, oh, you both have such amazing energy and you're both so wise. So Laura, I'm just gonna feel into the question that's coming through. I'm Okay, so currently I'm experiencing like waves of energy moving through the brain. Like physically, I'm experiencing it, then it like goes all the way down. It just feels like strong waves of color and light moving through. And I'd love for you to share more about how we can expand our frequency, expand our light, connect to the higher frequency waves and embody them and then bring them into like fruition into our 3D world.
That was such a beautiful question. Well, there's a couple ways. The first one is, as you know, by simply quieting the mind and emptying ourselves. So to create a space for that light intelligence to just flow and gush and emerge completely unencumbered from our vessel. And we also are these powerful holy activators, so we can utilize our super conscious intelligence and awareness to encode and guide and direct the energy. So we create our life as the direction of our light, which is our awareness and our heart fused together, giving the energy direction. So I love to weave with language and poetry, the art of the I am, and also simply giving thanks for all existence. So I have quite an ornate blessing sequence that I facilitate every morning for about an hour and again in the evening. And it's really just bringing through the poetry of love to bless. And I name everything, all the beautiful parts of the physical body, of that which I'm grateful for, the earth, family, beloveds, environment, our home temple, beautiful communities, all the way into the galaxies, the cosmos, and the infinite. And so there's no limit to what we can weave and sculpt with our consciousness. So I would invite to, yeah, utilize the art of language and felt resonance to also sculpt new geometries and new worlds into being, to expand that light all the way out into our infinite aura. And yeah, play, weave.
Oh, I love it. Wow, thank you.
Mhm.
Geronimo once said, many questions, one answer. And there was an extra sentence in there about stillness, but many questions, one answer. What's the one answer, Karen?
The one answer, love.
Natalie.
Truth.
Hmm.
And Solara.
I would say love, but I'm gonna do harmony.
Ooh, nice. With everyone's permission, I'm going to light a little bit of sage. You can catch sage, but why stick to linear when there's always more to be had in each moment? I've got a red-tailed hawk feather, some sage. You've all done this before, either on other tapings. All the details for your other shows should fit in the words below this video. I'm going to light sage. You can catch sage wherever you are in the world, but why settle for just sage? Get sage and then get flowers, ocean, and if you want to go wild, allow for light with your eyes open or closed, glitter. If your eyes are open, you do not have to vacuum later or call Stanley carpet cleaners to get it out of the rug. This is like just lots of light and glitter. It'll be on the peripheral if anyone's resisting at home. But if you're full on and letting go, and I'll tell one dad joke, you can just see it in front of you. No big deal. Let it be compassion from Mary or your favorite other loving figure. Okay, sage, 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 and one dad joke. What's the only flower found on the human face? Tulips. And Iris is another answer. Okay, can I just see a show of hands? Who's getting sage? Okay, and then who wants to speak up who's getting extra? And that's just, ask your favorite group of angels, loving beings, beings of light, whatever the words are, extra celestials, to bring in extra, make it nice. Let's do a New York expression. And who's getting extra and wants to share extra? Solara?
Hmm. Yeah, so just swirling that beautiful holy sage all the way in through our energetic eggs, light seal chakras, energy lotuses, vortices, opening and expanding our chalice and flower of life into the infinite cosmic field and swirling that holy sage all around with glowing, delicious delight.
Oh, nice. Karen, are you
I,
getting any extra flowers,
I,
something else?
yes, I smell roses coming into
Ah.
very potent here. It's beautiful.
I didn't do it. Don't blame Canada. We got to blame angels or others. Natalie, what do you get?
Daisies and then ocean air.
Hmm.
Nice.
Mm.
Okay, Solara, what question would you have for one of the panelists, both of the panelists, or you can ask another question if you only do one?
Uh-huh. Okay, so I will ask Natalie. So, in this beautiful reality of apparent multiplicity, when we come to the space of being the Holy Grail, of pure self-recognition, pure illuminated awareness, source self to source self, love to love, how do we fully polish out that duality of interacting with what seem to be human programs, personality constructs, layers of identifications, so that we're experiencing only the essence of presence and presence of pure source at all times?
Beautiful question. By recognizing that which we're not, by returning back to that which we are, which we've never left. It's right here in the present moment, all that we are, this pure, clear, infinite energy that has then created the multiplicity. The unity is right here. And so there's two things that we can do. One is recognize when the mind is speaking with all its programming and constructs. And often I just go, no, I'm not believing that. No ways. And I just brush it away because sometimes it's controlling or bullying me and trying to say, you have to do this urgently or you're not good enough. And I just recognize it. So the key is recognize that voice that's been programmed from our ancestors that it's been come through society and culture, but it's not us. We don't need to believe it anymore. We don't need to own it. We don't need to react to it. So it comes in with all of its stories, and I gently say no, and I brush it away. And the more that we brush it away, the more that we don't feed awareness to those programs and conditions, they start to dissolve and integrate. And in the integration of the patterns, there is spaciousness. And spaciousness in the mind is where the let's say the thinking part of the mind is then empty. And when the thinking part of the mind is empty, it lands upon the primordial state of being, which is consciousness. And that's where you tap into the infinite you, which is here in the present moment. So you're not using mind to try find yourself, but you are undoing that which you're not to land back into everything that you are. And in that spaciousness, you are experiencing the consciousness. So the work really is to recognize what you're not so that you dissolve it and don't keep feeding it. And then you naturally return to everything that you are.
Hmm. Gorgeous.
So, Laura, number two, question for Karen.
Okay. Hmm. For those who are wishing to create the paradise, their idyllic living paradise on earth, how would you define that space, or what wisdom or directionality would you have to offer? Because there's so many spaces of creation in our world, as we all know. And I would love to hear, like, from you, what is the most pure core essence of creation and how it actually arises from our beings?
That's a beautiful question. We have to become more loving, more peaceful, because we are all one. As I said before, whatever we do to ourselves or another affects everyone. We are vibrational beings. Whatever we're thinking and feeling, we're creating in our lives and in the world. And people say, I hear it all the time, my clients, my friends, what can I do to change the world? Well, you become more loving because we're all one. When you become more loving, everyone becomes more loving because we're connected to each other. So that's the most important thing, to understand the power within you, that you're a vibrational being, and the power of your thoughts and your feelings. So become more loving, more forgiving. Gratitude is a wonderful thing. Every morning, I think of 10 things that I'm grateful for, and it can't be the same thing that I said yesterday or the day before or the day before that. And, when I started doing this exercise, becoming more grateful, looking for things for which I am grateful, it was very easy. But after day 5, what else am I grateful for? Wow, I'm grateful for the air that I breathe. I'm grateful that I'm able to hear and feel and see and all of this. So you become more godlike. And when you become more godlike, which is who you really are, we're creating more loving, peaceful universe.
Mm.
Beautiful.
I'm going to read
Great question.
I'm going to read a brief, I think 7 sentences, probably from angels, and then I'd love just to get whatever reaction comes to the surface. Breathe more fully, feel the universe, absorb insight from within, relax and learn, awaken to a bigger reality. And I'll add an extra little bit, give and share love, understand in your own way at your own pace that everything really is connected and you are unique. Now, we've been talking this way the whole time, but I need something fresh. Solara, what are you having as a reaction to what I was just reading?
Just ooey gooey melty bliss opening, merging with the oneness of the source field, and then blossoming like an infinite effervescent lotus and engaging the dance of life with all the diverse facets of self.
Ooh. Natalie.
Hmm.
It feels like remembering that you are a multidimensional being, remembering that a part of your light is here in a body, and that your light exists in other spaces and frequencies too, and that you have a guardian angel that is with you and looking after you and supporting you. And you also are your own guardian angel because when we melt back into the oneness, we don't even give our power away to our guardian angels and rely on them to save us or support us. We remember that we are them. So we rely more and more on the fractals and the infinite parts of ourself.
And Karen.
What I'm getting is we just have to remember who we are. That's it. That the divine is within each one of us and to reclaim our power. When you know this, you can create amazing miracles in your life and in the world. And the only difference between a miracle worker and one who's not is the miracle worker remembers. I'm
Mm.
just telling everyone to remember who you are, reclaim that power within you.
I love all those answers. I'm going to kick out a random tidbit, and this isn't necessarily meant to generate responses because I think we're going to see auras next. A real rapid fire sort of interactive thing. I'll put up my fingers, we'll see light. But imagine what happens if everyone on planet Earth tomorrow awoke and could see light on each other, trees fully. I think it's already that way. Our thinking just pushes it away. And I don't want to
Mhm.
interfere, so I'm not actually wishing for that, but it would make real estate deals a lot easier if they don't have any lights showing on them or it's black light, not to knock black. You don't want to do a deal with them. But if it's shining rainbow light 30 feet off the person, you're like, sign me up. We'll take that apartment. We'll buy that house. We'll buy the land. Here's this construction paper on a clipboard. Blue sky is number one. It's cloudy here, and I don't have a sky behind me. I'm going to put my fingers up to show a little bit of light. You guys are going to see what you see. Can I get each of you just to see some initial colors? I'll do it out of the movie Celestine Prophecy. But as Sue
Mm.
Frederick in Arizona said in the 70s, before the movie existed, we were doing it this way. In India, they do it this way. So you'll see what you see. A second that I've got all three of you saying what you're seeing, it could all be different. Rainbow light, yellow, blue, gray a little. Just breathe more at home, people. The blanket comes off, you'll see fuchsia or whatever. I'll go bigger and faster. You can get an object in the slipstream. And again, the objects don't have to be the same. We've had cardinals, phoenixes, two Merkabas, a second Merkaba yesterday. 10 people saw Jesus, three at the same time. It'll be whatever your crew wants to bring you. Does it sound like fun? And I'll get going. You get another dad joke. So here it is. Where in a hospital is the worst place to play hide and seek? Where? In the ICU.
Mm.
And here's a little filament of light.
Mm.
Okay. And Karen, what are you seeing between my fingers for color?
Blue, blue, going
Okay.
back and forth. And as you're stretching, it's stretching with it.
And Natalie, what are you getting?
Golden light.
Okay. And
Mm.
Solara.
Turquoise and gold.
Ooh. Okay, we're going wider, faster. Ask your crew to suck it to you and make it really interesting. You could get an Aladdin's lamp. No one's gotten that. Also, animals, lotus flower rotating, a crystal, extra balls of light, infinity wave symbol. It could be anything. Who knows?
Mm.
Natalie, what are you getting now?
A spiral.
Ooh, Karen.
Spiral of colors, but I see a dove in there.
Ah, and Solara, what are you getting?
I'm getting a tetragrammatron.
And if you guys cup your hands like you're in the shower capturing water, or scooping water out of a lake or a pond, yep, it can be off camera, it doesn't matter. Just feel this energy each going to each of you. And then when you've got it, will you look down and just allow yourself to see it physically with your eyes? A lot of people do what's it called? Third mind eye. I've lost my English. Just feel it, see it in your hands. And when you're good, after you're enjoying seeing it, bring it into your heart and get an explosive, nice
Mm.
little firework display in your aura, what's it called? Reality light body? Rainbow light body. I have no English when I do this. Okay. I'm going to show two quick pictures and then we're going to all put our hands up and there's going to be a lot of energy. So I need everyone to put a seatbelt on. Ask angels to be your seatbelt. However you roll, ask for whatever. Just ask for extra love and like a giant fiber optic cable, but you're getting an extra supporting 20 meters of bandwidth, if that made sense. So seatbelt, car, roller coaster, or Formula One. But I'll show two photos first. My guardian angel, very watery. Mother Hawaii-ish, light waves of energy and water. Min's good enough, like Minnesota, Lakota Sioux word for water. And then a photo from 2012 at a concert. A lot of angels, not just orbs or balls of light or humidity. Uh, and you can see that pink ball in the middle was joy. With that, they can be our chaperones. You've got your chaperones as well. They may all be one big group. And what was I going to do? Oh, so put your hands up, feel what you can feel. And this is only love and above for all of us, not our bill paying side or anything that came up yesterday. Karen, what do you feel? Oh my God, the hands. Woo! At home, oh my God, my hands are just vibrating. At home, you can do this. Just ask angels to kind of shepherd you if you feel like you need some help. Karen, what are you getting?
My ears are ringing like crazy. Like a, I can't explain it. When, yeah,
Oh no, that's I
you
totally
know
I
what?
get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Natalie, what are you getting?
Waves of love coming through. It's so beautiful.
And Solara, what are you getting?
Those glorious golden waves of love streaming out.
And if you can hold it, anybody who wants to go to the seeing level of this, you can have extra sparkles glitter, really cool glitter flying everywhere or coming in. It can be compassion as it touches your skin. I'm going to blow, the microphone's down here today. I'm going to blow and whoosh. Again, we're going to blame angels, don't blame Canada. And just feel what you can feel. I'll do it 3 times. The first one's just kind of a baseline, have fun. And you might get smells as well, or just a wind in the room. It could be anything. Who knows? What will you allow for daily is what we're going to talk about next. So I'm going to give all the panelists a heads up on that. Okay, Solara, what'd you get?
Ah, the fresh scent of copal.
And Natalie.
The cleansing energy. It feels like transparent and no smell or taste or just it's still, it feels present.
And Karen.
Seeing little sparkles of light, all different colors.
Oh, Karen, you lit my back on fire. Okay, that was nice. I liked it. Can we throw in 3 random ingredients? That guardian angel or any guardian angel, a very soft touch. It could be on your cheek or whoever, wherever. Sand from Hawaii. And there was a third, and now I'm gonna, oh, roses. So like rose petals or rose incense that's really rare out of India. It could be anything rose related. I'm gonna blow and push again. Just call it love whoosh. Here it comes. Karen, what'd you get this time?
Yeah, I see a cave with a light coming out of it.
Nice. Natalie, what'd you get?
I'm in a field with lavender.
Aw, she's outstanding in her field with a lot of lavender. Okay, Solara, what'd you get?
Shimmering silks blowing in the wind.
Now, no two have to be the same. So here comes the last one. I'm going to encourage you you're going to get a comment on anything you want later. First, we're going to talk about allowing for more daily just after this whoosh, but we're in the moment. So we got to enjoy this whoosh. You know, bigger is not necessarily better, but it definitely can expand more. So let's let it happen.
Mm.
And Natalie, what did you get?
A huge wave of light. Like I just feel like it's so palpable, but that it feels like water.
Ooh. And Solara.
A diamond ocean of pure awareness and the allowance of love's currents to flow within it.
And Karen, what'd you get?
A beautiful rainbow with all beautiful lights just streaming,
Oh,
pulsing.
okay, we're crashing hard here. Full stop, lots of breaks, and a full linear. Okay, allowing for more daily. Is it really just that simple? What is simplicity? How can we walk a smoother path in everything we touch, see, do, feel, and so on? Karen, how can we walk a smoother path? How can we allow for more daily?
We just have to remember, as I said before, remember who we are. We have to have that quiet time in order to listen. It's all connected with what we were saying before. And we need to listen. We need to become more loving and peaceful. And when we do that, everything changes.
Solara.
To be clear, open vessels and chalices for love's infinite light to flow freely and emerge from within our being, from moment to moment to moment to moment, allowing ourselves to unfold as nature does.
Aw, Natalie.
Oh, that's also beautiful. Yeah, to simplify it. So the mind will sometimes complicate it and put pressure on us to like, oh, you've got to meditate in order to achieve these states. But instead of trying to do more to achieve, the states of infinite consciousness, do less. So it feels like bringing awareness into the moment. You can ask yourself when you're with a group of people or doing something, you can ask yourself this, where am I experiencing this moment from right now? And by asking yourself that, it brings you into focus in the present moment. It brings you back into your body. Like, where am I right now? Where am I experiencing this from right now? Um, yeah, and then just the other day, I was playing with something. It was very fascinating. I was realizing that um, there isn't words that goes between you making your body make an action. So in other words, moving your fingers like this, when it's happening, there isn't a space between the action and the awareness of it. There isn't even a thought going, move your hand now, move your hand. So practicing that, like being in the body, I'm all about embodiment and being in the present moment. So I had so much fun doing that. And I realized, whoa, my mind, there isn't thought that is creating a veil between consciousness and the present moment. There is just the present moment of my hand moving. And so play with it, have fun with it, because your body is where the soul is vibrating, and you can bring the thinking mind into the body and be fully present.
Wow. And you've reminded me of an angel named Abe, the Abraham of old. He'll say he was a jerk as a human, but he's on everyone's team, kind of grandfatherly energy. He described compassion, and I'm going to do one other extra definition of compassion before I come to each of you for your own version of compassion. Got a trillion, I think there's a trillion definitions of compassion. Abe once said, an angel, compassion is not judging, taking action with no thought. So
Mm.
I thought that was cool. And then Mac, don't call her Mackenzie. Everything plants, animals, nature. She has a Pleiadian background for an angel. They started giving some galactic backgrounds. Some are cosmic, like the archangels. If I can find Mac, there she is. Compassion is treating every moment with the awareness of a newborn baby. Solara, a reaction either to those two quotes, your own quote. If anyone's a poet that I know it, it's you. So, what's your definition of compassion in that special way that you have?
To really deeply feel and recognize that all energy is either the pure expression or lo of love or a deep and profound yearning for it that we can be examples of by introducing the frequency and the resonance and holding it all in that space of oneness. At the root of all things is love.
And before I jump to Karen to ask her for her definition of compassion, when it comes to galactic backgrounds or past lives or concurrent past lives, maybe if there's no time or space, maybe they're all simultaneous. Are you, without getting into any details, a simple yes works? Are you pretty aware of some of your past concurrent experiences?
Yes.
Thank you. Karen, tell us about compassion.
Wow, compassion is seeing through the eyes of the person you're with or anyone in the world or whatever. You may not agree with what they're doing or saying, but it doesn't matter. Is seeing through their eyes why they're saying what they're saying, trying to be there fully with them, no judgment, and just be the love that you wish to see in the world. That's compassion.
And Karen, before I jump to Natalie, for your past lives, concurrent past lives, galactic or here on Earth, have you been given a glimpse into some of that from your own cheerleading squad or over time or through dreams and so on?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Natalie, we'll maybe have to get you guys all back and we'll start talking about some of those in the fall of 2026. Natalie, how about compassion? What way do you want to describe that?
It feels like it's love in action, that we get to um like be the embodiment and be a human being expressing what love is.
Hmm.
Okay, now I heard ding, 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 game show buzzers going off. We're doing a lightning round. So if you can just pick a number through 1 through 10, you're all intuitive. It doesn't, there's no right or wrong answer here. And you can pick multiple numbers. If you said 3, 7, and 8, it's fine. You'll see what this is all about in just a second. Solara, what number or numbers are coming to you?
1 and 9.
Okay. So you got two angels, Joy and Claire. Claire's resilience and clarity. Joy is joy.
Wow.
Go ahead and get something very private from both of them. Get two hugs. And once
Mm.
you've gotten something private, get a compliment as well. And really take that compliment to heart. You can hear them in unison or separate at home. You can hit pause right now and just listen. But now, what do they have for for all of us, for mankind, to help us walk a smoother path?
Aw, that your joy is in resilience and you've got this. And if you stumble, get back up and keep dancing. We love you and we're cheering you on.
For the times, absolutely. Okay, Natalie, 1 through 10, what's coming through?
2.
Charlotte, everybody's favorite school teacher from third grade with words meant to help you expand. She might have been Nefertiti in ancient Egypt, and I'm not trying to sound like Shrek on the game show on that one of those movies. But here's Charlotte. Here's something from her private. And if you don't mind, for you, catching swirling, gorgeous light plus incense from ancient Egypt, that even if you traveled to Egypt right now, you couldn't get it, and you can't get it on Amazon. Catch that beautiful incense that's like filled with divine feminine, and everyone else can get that as well. Solar, are you already getting that incense?
Hmm.
Beautiful. Karen, are you getting some incense from ancient Egypt? Oh,
Mhm.
yay. Okay, now, Natalie, we're going to get you talking after you get your private stuff and a compliment. And then what's Charlotte have for all of us as a reminder? And you can see her, by the way, looking like Audrey Hepburn's sister, elegant Santa Fe, New Mexico outfit, white turquoise jewelry, or as Nefertiti, any which way you want, or her own way. Okay, I bought as much time as I could. Natalie, what'd you get?
The word blessing keeps coming in, and then the word blessing got divided, bless and sing. And it feels
Ah.
like when you sing, you tap into the frequencies that are so high and light. So everyone just after the session, go off and sing, and you'll be tapping into the blessing frequency where abundance is coming towards you.
And I'll add humming counts or chubby checker Elvis. Just do your hip shaking and throw those arms out. And you can do it in front of the avocados at the supermarket. If 20 other people look at you and start laughing and two join in, you did it right. Okay, Karen, it's to you. What numbers from 1 to 10? What are you getting?
7 and 3.
Okay, I can count. And three. You got the watery guardian angel Min, Mother
Yeah.
Hawaii, and you got Dull Knife, treetop level, unconditional love spirit guide who's wisdom with some humor. And
Could
you
you
can,
move that up a little bit? I don't see the words. There we go. Thank
yeah.
you.
And from
Wonderful.
Dull Knife, you can catch one of those sacred Native American scents: cedar, tobacco, sweetgrass, juniper, pine.
Beautiful.
What do you get? First, get something beautiful for yourself. If you want to close your eyes for a second, they'll give you a little vision.
Okay.
Okay, and then what's the message that Min and Dull Knife? His original name was Morningstar, but he goes by Dull Knife. What do they have for mankind right now, or for all of us?
They're teaching us higher wisdom from the higher realms right now, and we just have to be open. They're there for us right now. Tap
Mm.
into that.
And Karen, what question do you have for each of the
Oh,
panelists?
okay. Um, Solara,
Yes.
I know you work with humanities team as well. Do
Mm.
you? Yes,
Yeah.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to share about oneness?
Yeah, of course. Oh, this is all the things to share about oneness. Really, it's realizing that we're all the same being, we're all the same source, we are all the same love expressing in infinite ways. And so to bring that self-reverence to all life, to form an inclusionary embodied sense of state of a true self-love. Sometimes in humanity that we can do that teeter-totter between focusing on the self or focusing on the outside. And people tend to do this until it unifies into the recognition that all is self. And then we bring that love to everyone and everything in every moment as a sacred devotional act of love to our own being. And it is the most powerful, magnetic, magical force in all existence, love.
Beautiful.
And
Thank you.
Karen, do you have a question for Natalie? And I think Natalie's on humanities team as well to make it a
Are
trifecta.
you so same question? Same question. Can you say anything about oneness and how we're all connected?
Yeah, I love that we're all on humanities team. Um, the oneness. It's very interesting, but I don't want to speak. I actually would like us to experience it. If we can
Mhm.
just have 1 minute of silence.
Mm. Okay.
Everyone, close your eyes and be here now. Beautiful. Before the multiplicity, before the separate experience, which is such a gift, there was stillness. And we just tapped into it. And when you tap into it, the most powerful creative energy is reignited. And then you come from the oneness experience back into the separate experience with so much joy and excitement, like a little child, like, well, I was in the spaciousness and stillness and it was wonderful there, but now I get to be human. Now I get to play. I have a voice. I have a body. I get to express. I get to create. So I'm going to really make the most of being separate because I'll go back to the oneness again. It'll always be there. It is always here. It is my true nature. But I get to take my true nature and play as a separate soul in a body. And that's the biggest gift of all.
We're closing it out, going galactic here. We're not going to have time to do too much talking, so let's do listening. We've got 1 through 6 for doors, but we're not going to have to pick numbers. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to name 6 areas and throw in a seventh and an eighth. Arcturian, a woman from Orion, a woman from Andromeda, a woman from Sirius, a male, Heinrich Eric A from the Pleiades, Pleiadian. Oh my God, I forgot one. Sirius, Andromeda, Orion, Pleiades, Arcturian, Lyran. A woman from Lyra is amazing. And light beings, and I'm probably skipping some other categories. So that's the one that you can just reach out and have them come to you. Can you each just share something that reminds us that it's not really a big deal? It was like maybe leaving your little neighborhood and just the neighborhood next door, great barbecue, relax. There are buddies, love and above, a lot of loving beings. You can argue angels are a little more galactic than we realized. Who knows? You each have a way of just putting us at ease here. So let's have you do it with Disclosure, the movie out recently, mid-June, and all the hubbub coming from different governments and the release of hardcore details. It's not about the details necessarily. Karen, what is it about? But can you also bring in one of those beautiful energies or one of your own that you have in your pocket?
One of from Andromeda.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would just say that we are one with everyone and everything, and that includes everyone in the galaxy, in the world, in not just our world, but other worlds as well, that we are one with them as well. They've always been a part of us, and they are here right now,
Mhm.
creating peace in our world.
Darn, that was high vibe. Okay, Natalie, which quadrant group? All of them? Who knows? What have you got to share with us to close it out?
I feel all of them, and I feel like this is what they're saying. They're channeling through, they're saying, you are one of us. You are from the stars. You are a galactic being. Human beings are infinite creators, the same as us. And you get to do it in the dimension that you're in, and then expand into higher dimensions. And we are here supporting you along with the journey.
Solara.
Beautiful. Ooh, Sirius and Lyra. All humanity is headed home to their true nature of divine love, the heart of love, that which we all are from where we came and where we will always return between each incarnation of our infinite incarnations. We will all be at one with the impeccable bliss and ecstasy and harmony of love that is our true nature. And we have simply incarnated here to have fun. And the evolutionary pulse of life itself is always moving things into greater and greater coherence with the love that it is. So relax. Remember that love is the only one here. and enjoy the journey of what it is to be in a holy human body. You get to make love and eat ice cream and play with angels and all the things.
And before I thank each of you when we close it out, I'll just mention we've been having a family member getting collective Pleiadian voice, but they made it really high pitched and hi. And so it's almost kid-like, fourth grade. It's so cute. What a great introduction to the Pleiadian collective voice. And it goes with I was just closing a window night. One night we've had a lot of rain in San Antonio. Second story, a big bedroom up there. I'm closing and I'm like, what light is that? And it's like 40, 50 miles to the north. And it's been four of the last 16 nights of beautiful lights, not quite like the Phoenix lights. That was really structured, but sometimes squiggly. And it's them saying hi. One time when I was meant to go to bed, not watch for an hour, they just did once, and I went back up anyhow. I got one more, but like go to bed. And so I had to just say, it's so easy. Get out of your own way, find your own way to just breathe and see what they do for you. It could be little sparkles right around you. You're three of the highest vibe folks. Thank you so much for being on this Mind, Body, Spirit panel. I was excited to get you together. So, Karen, thank you. Natalie, thank you. Solara, thank you. Mm. And all of you, thank you very much.
Aw, I love you all so much. Thank you.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.